Today, I will show you guys some leaks of the new printer units in Toilet Tower Defense. You may be wondering what printer units do. Well, I will tell you guys after you like and subscribe. Do that. 1 like equals 1 skibidi. I don't know what that's gonna mean, but anyways, printer units are coming to Toilet Tower Defense. Here is the printer crate. So this crate is themed to look like a printer because that is where the printer units are going to be. Now, we're also going to have a remade shop menu, so it's going to be pretty similar, but there are going to be buttons on the side for different tabs. And the printer crate is going to be the new gym crate, but because the gadget crate is pretty new, we're going to have both gym crates up at once. The gadget crate will probably leave the game when the cage scientist has around 25,000. And the printer crate is going to be pretty interesting because it is going to be the first gym crate in a long time to have 4 units. So there's going to be a 1% thing, and then there's gonna be a 0.1% thing. And then the other 2 units in it are gonna be pretty common. Actually, we might make the third rarest 2%, and then the rarest 0.2%. Let me know in the comments, would you rather it have the 2 rarest things be 2% and 0.2, or 1% and 0.1? So, the printer crate is gonna be pretty cool. How the printer units are gonna work, well, I didn't even show you guys one of the printer units yet. Let me do that now. Okay, here, the Printerman. So, as you can see, he has a printer, and there is money in it, and he has a nice white suit. But if you look at the money, there is a can, aka Pool Hail, the second scripter that I hired. So he's on like the lower bills, and then when you go up the Printerman, one of them has Evan on the bill, and then the rarest one has me on the bill. Anyways, these guys print money, and when it falls on the ground, then it automatically collects it for you, and then you get it. But basically, these are very unique compared to normal farmer units, because right now all the other farmer units in the game, so Scientist, Rose Farm, Santa TV Man, Pumpkin Farmer, Influencer Cameraman, all of those, you get more money per wave. How these work is you get more money every certain amount of seconds. So these are going to be useful because per wave kind of incentivizes you to not auto skip so that you can kill the rest of the toilets on the wave, and then you can afford upgrades sooner. These based on seconds, it doesn't really matter. You can skip waves, not skip the wave, and then you'll still get the same amount, not really depending on if you wait for the wave to finish or if you don't. And it also still works during time stops. So if you really need money to get an upgrade and all you have is like clock units down, then you can time stop or wait for the money guy to give you a little bit more, and then boom. So that's kind of a rare circumstance, but it's gonna be good because it's just not part of the wave thing overall. So it's a different type of money unit essentially. I'll show you guys one more printer unit. Here is the Dark Printerman. So he pretty much is the same, just a little bit better than the normal printer. He has a more modern printer on his head. Then you can probably guess the other printers are Large Printerman and Titan Printerman. So Titan Printerman is obviously, of course, going to be the best one. Honestly, the Large Printerman's printer looks exactly like the printer I have on my desk in real life. This is an addition to the drill update, and there's also going to be clan quests and clan level rewards. Level rewards, so like based on your clan level, you're going to be able to unlock different rarities of quests. The owner can choose the quest difficulty so that you can, like, if you have a big clan, you can choose like a really hard difficulty, but if you have a small clan, you can choose a lower difficulty. And also coin boosts, like permanent boosts that give you a certain amount more coins as long as you're in the clan, are in clan level rewards too. So those are the 2 things you can unlock from level rewards. But this update's going to be huge. There's going to be like a whole separate drill world, and you can only use drill units in drill world. So if you join, you're going to start out with a drill man there, but if you already have the upgraded Titan drill man or normal Titan drill man, then you already have a pretty good head start. But I think drill mode is going to be great. They're going to be, well, in the beginning there's only going to be 1 map this update. It's going to be somewhat easy but not give that many gears as a reward. Gears is the currency in drill world, by the way. But we're going to have a drill world part 2 and possibly even a part 3 update. Part 2 is going to have a bit more units. It's going to go a bit more farther on the event pass, and there's going to be a second map that is a bit harder, so you're going to need a somewhat stronger drill units, but it'll give a bit more gears. And then if we have a third update, it'll probably have a third map that's even harder, probably 60 waves, because right now the easiest mode on the drill event is going to be 30 waves, and then we're going to have that 40 wave one is the second one, so the third one will probably be 50 or 60. But this is going to be be a drill, or I was about to say this is gonna be a drill event. This is gonna be a big event because this is going to be our third ultimate ever in the game. We very rarely have ultimates. The first one is for the leaderboard on top 100 of endless mode. The second one was in the clock event because that was a massive event. And the third, the drill event, is also going to be an insanely massive event. Probably even more massive than the clock event. Because not only does it have its own world, but you can only use its units in that world. And there weren't that many clock units. There were 11 units in the clock event. I think we added the normal Titan Clock Man before the clock event. I'm somewhat sure. I'm not 100% sure. So there were like 11 or 12 units in the clock event. And the drill event is going to have 13 units. And that is just going to be in the event for the first update. Well, actually, there are going to be 12 in the first update. The 13th and a few more will probably come out on the second update. Depending on how much you guys like the drill event, we'll keep updating it and adding a bit more stuff to it. I'm very excited for it. But, yeah, so there are going to be all those drill units, a lot of clan changes, and the printer crate. So a ton of new stuff in this update. I'm not gonna lie, I'd have to say this is probably our biggest update. The biggest one until now was that one update we had 20 units, but it wasn't really like we added a big event or something in that update, so it was kind of solely just those units. So I'd say 16 units, but with a massive event and massive things inside of clans now. Quests and level rewards definitely will make this our biggest update so far. But as always, like, subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Wait guys, I don't know if you saw last video when I said that like my microphone was being stupid and it was making a lot of popping sounds, and I bought like a thing to put over it to make it stop doing that, but I think I fixed it. It turns out it wasn't something stupid with like the microphone itself. It was just in the microphone settings. It had some weird things on, so I just pressed some random buttons and I think that fixed it. But like, bro, looking it up on Google, it was so bad. Like each website said it was something entirely different and random, and none of those things even fixed it. But I think it's fixed now. Sorry that there was a bit of popping in this video. I literally just fixed it after I was editing.